It's been over 10 months since Melmetal was released, and he's still one of the most requested steel types. Once Melmetal is online, he's no joke. With 130 HP, the hard code ability will prevent 20 damage from each attack. This Pokemon is still one of the most resilient stage 1 evolutions in the game. Heavy Impact deals 120 damage for 4 energy, a powerful attack that one-shots most non-EX Pokemon, and will leave a huge dent on the bulkiest of threats. 4 energy is a lot though, which is why Melton's mass attack is crucial towards accelerating Melmetal. The issue is, unlike Melmetal, Melton is pretty easy to take down. Going for a mass can be quite risky, and if you evolve into Melmetal early, you can't ramp anymore. Memory Light fixes this. Today's deck runs a lineup of non-EX steel type heavy hitters, aiming to build up energy onto Melmetal quickly to then follow up with an endgame Dusk main Necrozma sweep. With Memory Light, we can amass under the protection of Hard Coat, accelerating our heavy impact to begin smashing our opponent's lineup early. Once Melmetal goes down, we need an attacker that can follow up immediately. Dusk main Necrozma fits this role perfectly. With a full set of Lusamine, we can enable Necrozma instantly. With 110 HP and an attack that deals 100 damage, we essentially end up with an endgame Silvally, powerful enough to finish the job Melmetal started. While Melmetal's attack includes 1 source of colorless energy, Necrozma has 2. This compels us to call upon Pichu, or any other baby really. Going first with Pichu can ramp energy to Melton. We can then pivot Melton to the front line, equip Memory Light as we evolve into Melmetal for security. We then amass, and voila! Heavy Impact is set to go for the next turn. Pichu can also enable Necrozma on turn 2 while going second, providing our deck with proper flexibility to sequence regardless of our opener. With Memory Light, Melmetal definitely got better. This deck offers a combination of non-EX attackers who swing for triple digits. We ramp early, and once we start swinging, our relentless offense will have us winning. What Pokemon should have the ground next? You decide. Leave a comment down below, and we'll see what we can do. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It's free. Free is good. Have a solid day, enjoy the games, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Here we go. Let us amass. Oh, we got the combo already. We have the Melton lead with a Memory Light and Melmetal in hand already, which means we can evolve immediately and start amassing. So we can even use Sabrina to potentially slow them down if we're feeling under a lot of pressure. I see Electric, and I think we're facing off against Oricorio. And Zera, unfortunately, cannot attack us immediately. Now, I am worried about like a Guzma. I'm worried about a Guzma, but I'm also worried about a red card. What are the odds of them having a Guzma in the opening hand versus a red card in a deck like this? Oh, this is the conundrum, man. Like, I'm not sure. I'm gonna equip this. Because the problem is I have 5 cards in hand. So if they go for the red card, then I lose a lot of value. And okay, no Guzma. Like, it's more likely they're gonna go with the Professor's Research and maybe follow it up with a red card. But the thing about Memory Light is, though, you don't really need to equip it until you actually go for the attack. But it's really important for us to use Memory Light here to start amassing, because that way we're gonna be taking only 30 damage from these Lightning Claws as they just go for the energy onto Raikou, as they can pivot into it immediately. So Sabrina ain't really gonna do much here, it's just gonna help them. And we got the Pichu. Would have been nice last turn, so we could ramp at this immediately. Now it's just literally the same. We just evolve into you. And we amass. Strong opener for them, though. They're able to send Raikou to the front and start attacking us. It's going to deal 40 damage. They consume that energy, which is important because even if they have double elemental switch, they can't just automatically enable the Tapu Koko here. I don't want to play something into the bench because otherwise it can just get damaged by Voltaic Bullet, so I want to play around that. As we pick up another Pokeball here, and we're still going to avoid developing just yet. We're gonna go for the amass again. Now, unfortunately, Raikou is a case where, you know, we really want to find red to be able to one-shot it. We have Lusamine. Ah, there it is. We had Lusamine. But this could give us red. Okay. I mean, we got the Lusamine, but we're missing the basic now. That was bound to happen. That was bound to happen. And now, unfortunately, top decking a red means we lose. Like, we actually need a basic here. Which we do find, okay. So, because this is going to trigger, they can kill us next turn, so now's when we got to do this. Actually, no, we didn't actually need to do that, I think. Yeah, I don't... Unless they have the thing now. Yeah, they do. Okay, so our Melmetal goes down. We do get a nice hit on Raikou. Sabrina would be nice. We go for the black metal for the hit here, but we're in trouble. Like, we need to find another Necrozma. If we find another Necrozma, we're in a very solid spot. Because all of a sudden we threaten everything with a one-hit KO in the back. But we really, really need that Necrozma here. We really need to find it. Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm gonna go for the Lusamine now, immediately. And I'm gonna knock this out. Oh, that was huge. The Mars definitely set us back, but oh man, the heart of the cards was with us. Despite the fact that we drew no Professor's Research this game, right now our black metal attack is enough to one-shot everything in the back. That's why it's really important to pair Melmetal with another heavy hitter that can follow up. Like, Dustmane Necrozma is the perfect teammate because it's a basic that can hit for 100 and that can be immediately charged after Melmetal, because Melmetal is a very expensive attacker. Pikachu, who you gotta pivot into. Okay, I hit you and then what? Clutch. And a good showcase of, like, because at first I tried this deck concept with just one Necrozma and one Lusamine, you know, trying to focus a little bit more on the Melmetal game plan, giving me more room for trainer cards. But this game is a great example of the fact that, you know, Melmetal is a tanky beast, but some decks are going to be able to wear him down, especially if you're going first. Even if you're able to amass, like, there's a lot of damage in the game at this point. So being able to follow it up with two of these and being able to charge them immediately with Lusamine, and the fact that you run a full set of each makes the whole thing just more consistent. It's also a really good Pokemon to pair with a Pichu or any other kind of baby Pokemon as a lead, because you can just immediately start charging and you don't need to find any other pieces to enable the attack with it. Like, this is a very solid Pokemon. Doesn't really get played too much because of the nature of the steel decks that, you know, steel decks are not really that common anyways, but it's just really solid because having 100 damage on a basic body that you have a supporter that can immediately enable it is a very big deal. It really glues the deck together. Like, you got to run a full set of these for sure. Good stuff. Good draws. Round 2. And we go second now. Electric again, and this is the opening that I was just talking about. this right here, but I actually want to preserve Necrozma in hand because a turn 1 Sabrina could be really annoying. If they red card us, so be it. We could pick up Professor's Research easily. But I don't want anything getting in the way of this opener, basically. And a Sabrina, without me having Leaf in hand, is a great way to just completely ruin our plays. As this Pichu going second into Necrozma is very powerful. There we see the Arceus. We see Zeraora. We don't see a baby just yet. They could have X speed into Elemental Switch, but as of now, none of that is particularly relevant here. I think I'm going to drop double Necrozma. I don't see a reason why we shouldn't. As we put the Steel type energy and we Crackly Toss onto it. Also, another reason why this Pokemon works so well is because it only requires one source of Steel type energy to attack, and they're just going to go in for the attack immediately. Going to charge up both Pokemon. With an Elemental Switch, we could be looking at a quick attack here, and then it could be over for us. If they have Elemental Switch to follow up to build up this Arceus, then we're looking at all sorts of trouble. All sorts of trouble if they're able to kill my Necrozma. What if I Sabrina them? What is the point of going for Sabrina here? The issue is if I don't get the kill on the Zeraora, I think I need to slow this game down anyways. They need a Leaf to get out of there. Like, it's highly disruptive. So I'm gonna go for it. I think right now if I attack into Zeraora, I'm playing to their game. And I'm enabling them to sweep me with Arceus. Because all they need is an Elemental Switch. They could have something like an Ilima or obviously a Leaf. But if they have a Leaf, then all of a sudden me hitting this Arceus means that I can revenge it. They put a Giant Cape. What else you got there? They have Elemental Switch. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's Lusamine top deck or we're dead. Because they didn't have just one, they had 2 Elemental Switches. And you can't just... You can't really play around that. I need Lusamine. I need a Yu-Gi-Oh moment right here, right now. I need it. Lusamine, oh! Omega. Wrecked. What are you gonna do? Salty run back, here we go. Okay, we got the Melton going second. With 3 very nice supporters to have in hand. I'm not sure about early, but the fact that we already have the Melton definitely helps. We have a couple of turns to draw into Memory Light, so we can continue to ramp up. There's no Giratina EX on their end, so we amass and pray for no hand attack. Pray as much as they're probably praying themselves. The thing is, if they find a Giratina EX now and they go for the Broken Space, we are vulnerable to Dawn, but there's no such thing. This thing is vulnerable to a one-hit KO from us. And we're at a point where we don't need to amass any further. So in order to play it safe, I mean, I don't know, playing it safe, we're basically playing around hand attack at this point. Because if they go for a Giant Cape, we have the Guzma to break through it. And there it is. A little bit late to the party, though. You love to see it. Especially after that game with like double Elemental Switch. It's nice to see people not drawing into all of their pieces immediately. I'm a big fan of that, actually. What if I Sabrina them here? Why wouldn't I Sabrina them? No, why wouldn't I just kill this? Get the point and then threaten the... Because the Giratina cannot one-shot me. Yeah, I think... Yeah, they want to run away with that. But if I kill that, then all of a sudden their Giratina is stuck in the front. And I just need to take it down to win. So I think Sabrina is very much warranted here. Especially because they could have Dawn. They could easily have a Dawn and then enable the surprise attack next turn. So we're going to take that away from them. As red is not enough to knock this out immediately. One hit KO, ladies and gentlemen. Outta here! Out of my face. Very important. Very important to deny that play. Especially because they have... Jesus Christ, I mean, like 7 cards in hand. Yeah, I mean, they definitely got plays. They definitely got supporters. There's the giant cape, and here's my Guzma. That I can actually lead off with the red. And then surprise kill them with the Guzma. No other Pokemon's in sight, but you know, it's just one of those games where we both have a super insanely large hand. I go for the red, deal 140 damage. I know that I can survive this hit no matter what because I am not an EX Pokemon. I am not that. And while this puts them out of range from... I would be shocked if they were able to like actually heal outside of this. Like you're done. What a Chad. What a Chad of a Pokemon. Leave a like for Melmetal. Single-handedly taking down Giratina and Giratina EX. Back to going first. Was bound to happen. Water. Well, we got a Pichu lead going first, which is really nice. And they got a Froakie. So this is, pretty sure this is Suicune Greninja. If I were to guess, I'm going to go for the research here. And I'm going to start ramping. Hopefully... Okay, let's deploy this. Let's not deploy the Pichu, though. Let's just go for the Crackly Toss. As they flop us. I think this Pokeball is better now. Yeah. They could have evolved into Greninja, just completely wipe us out. So we gotta keep that in mind. So the question is, how do we approach this? What if I just pivot into Melton to potentially follow up with a Lusamine after? Yeah, no matter how I approach it, like a Greninja here is very troublesome. And it's very likely that they have it, but we gotta go with this. Send you in and tank the hit. And go for the black metal attack. As they have an Irida. What else you got? We're under a lot of pressure, but we're going to be able to send in a Necrozma after and apply pressure back. And they're dead. They're dead. They got that Turbo Greninja. They got that immediate Greninja, but they got nothing else. And Necrozma stealing the show. Yet again. Out of my face. Shuriken this. Oh yeah. I mean, Greninja's just an insane Pokemon. Like, I still think that there's no stage 2 evolution that applies as much pressure as Greninja the earlier you evolve it. Like, a lot of other stage 2 evolutions is not really about evolving them as quickly as possible or not, you know? Like, it's just about building them up. But Greninja has this ability that just if you can evolve it immediately, it just leads to so much pressure, especially the synergy with Cyrus. It's definitely, at this point, it's easy to say that it's the best stage 2 evolution in the game. And it's the reason why Suicune and Greninja is just the best deck, because you combine best with best, and you get good stuff coming out of it. Necrozma, though, having back-to-back and having 2 Lucamines, and you know, allowing us to enable it quickly, even when we're going first, we can make really good use of it. And another match where it puts in the work. And now we flip it around. Grass. Not the lead you want to see, though. With a full set of the babies and Melton, it's actually less likely to be forced to lead off with Necrozma, but sometimes it happens. And that's why we play 1 copy of Leaf, but there's no Leaf to be seen here. So we may very well be in a situation where we just got to use this Necrozma to buy some time. If this was the other way around, we would have a tremendous opener, but now we're in trouble. We have the Memory Light, we have this. Oh, they have you, okay. Oh, depending on this, we could just be very, very vulnerable here. Oh yeah, oh yeah, now Osiris does us dirty. But the question is, can a Melmetal sweep back? I can pivot you into you, and I can Crackly Toss onto you. And try to surprise them with the Memory Light, basically. Because if they have a supporter here, like if they have a lot of plays, they're likely to go for a Cyrus. But this way we keep the Necrozma, like they have to hunt it down. It's very vulnerable, but it's still there. And now with Memory Light, we can guarantee that we don't get blown back by this, even if they flip heads. So we go for that research. Pick up another one there, and we get to work, ladies and gentlemen. We make Melmetal member. Melmetal members. We got that hard coat, and we get a mass. So even if they back-to-back flip heads, it still doesn't kill us. We still do not die. That is the sheer bulk of this monster. That's 60 damage. My boy takes it. My boy takes it as if it were nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and research again. I do want to start dropping things though, like this Memory Light, just because I don't want to play. Guzma could hit me, but Memory Light has already done what I needed it to do, and I want to be less vulnerable to like a red card here. Look at that blow! The power! And I mean, I'm expecting the Erica, but even with an Erica into a Leaf Cape, they don't put themselves out of range. That's how heavy our impact is. It had to be a combination of like at least 3 cards to put them out of this. And keep in mind, if they flip tails, this Tropical Swing only deals 20 damage. So 50 HP may not seem like much, but on a Melmetal is quite a bit. And this Necrozma is still there, with 2 Lucamines left in my deck. The moment I don't have to play any sort of supporter, I just go for a Lucamine. Though, actually, I don't think I can. I haven't lost energy, right? Because Pichu died. There's a second egg. there is the second egg. What if I kill that egg? What if they run? I mean, okay. I can understand it because it's not like over, right? There's still things that could happen, but I guess they didn't feel too confident about it. But maybe like their other options are like slower executors and they just don't have the time to build them up, you know? I'm pretty sure I would have gone for the Sabrina there. Especially if they flip tails. If they flip tails, I would definitely go for the Sabrina. Because I have 2 Lucamines in my deck. And I'm pretty confident that they're going to have a hard time putting that Executor outside of range. Maybe that would have been a mistake, but having to deal with 2 Executor EXs, it seems a lot scarier at that point. Especially with Cyrus in the mix. The game was not over though, so I guess we just beat them mentally. All right. Good old water. We have memory light, which means we can amass into Melton or into Melmetal. And if it's Suicune Greninja, which could very well be the case, I'm gonna equip the memory light so that I have 1 less card to draw if they. I actually don't mind a red card here because I have an opening hand that's just really bizarre where I have almost all of my one-offs of I have all of my one-offs of supporters, but they silver me instead. I wonder what they take away here. I would assume Sabrina or red. Yeah, okay. Let's see what they have though. Oh. Okay. Well, we both kind of breaked. Oh, but they shuffled my deck. And I got the second research, baby. Come on. There we go. Beautiful. And we amass. We do not develop Necrozma onto the board because Suicune is a thing. If they attack our hand, so be it. They kind of lose value out of the red that way, and they're gone. Epic match. Okay, going second. Not the greatest recording session today, because I've had like 20 minutes worth of games where like my opponents would concede prematurely. I'm gonna leave that last game, but just so you understand, like I got a lot of games like that. And I understand if you have a man-type lead and nothing else, but there's been a lot of other games where there was like a lot more going on, and people just concede super fast. Not very exciting stuff, but it happens. It's life. I'm gonna go for the Pokeball first because I really want to find that Melmetal. So we'll thin the deck out of a basic, and then we'll go for the research here. And because we have Melmetal in hand, I really don't want them to. I mean, I have a dust main Necrozma 2 and a leaf. So because I have the leaf, I'm gonna drop all this, and I'm gonna start amassing. Because if they Sabrina me, I can counter with a leaf. So the more I can deplete from my hand, yeah, this leaves me more vulnerable to a Guzma. But see, like the moment they play a research, like there's no threat of Guzma this turn. But there's still a threat of a red card, right? So the more cards that I take away, the better. He's got all the shinies. That is a beautiful lineup right there. Oh my goodness. And Zeraora, but they missed. They missed with that. They split their energy. Interesting. Keeping their options open. I could go for the Amass in front of this, but what if they pivot into Zeraora and then, because the combination of Zeraora dealing 30 damage plus 90, wait, really? Wait, plus 90, 110. So that's 120, right? I'm safe. And I have Guzma in hand. I'm safe, right? Math? I have 130 HP. Magnezone deals 90, and that deals 30. So unless they have like a random Giovanni, I'm good. So never mind. We evolve into Melmetal. We're gonna amass, and we're gonna actually place an energy here. And with this Pichu, we essentially protect ourselves from a Sabrina that aims to 1-hit KO our Necrozma. I like this. No, we definitely got the bulk, and we got Guzma to play around stuff like... Oh, I wasn't accounting for that. I was not accounting for that. Oh, that is some... I hate that card. With every fiber of my being, I really hate that card. Was it correct to develop energy onto Necrozma? Probably not. Probably not. Most likely not. But to be fair, like Team Rocket Grunt in a deck that just... Ugh. Okay, well, we're gonna try again. We're gonna place the energy here, and then we're gonna do this. And am I gonna Guzma here? Not really, not now. Let's play. They don't get Magnezone. They got the coin flip from that, so hopefully they don't draw into Magnezone. Okay. I just didn't account for this Team Rocket Grunt. I just really did not. Let's go for the draw. I'm gonna drop this again, respecting the red card. And I'm gonna heavy impact. Because now that they bring Zeraora, even if they top deck into Magnezone... Well, no, they can get away with it, actually. Maybe the RNG just balances out. God damn it, they have another... Okay, they have a lot of Pokemon here. We need... Well, I think this is a turn to play Guzma, 100%. And, okay, they show their final card. Okay. So... Sabrina doesn't actually do it anymore. I feel like that's definitely the play. We can drop you here. In fact, we don't even need to do that. We can leaf. It's only cost 1. We can bring you here. And we can black metal. Preserving the Lucamine, because we have like 4 cards left in the deck. So the moment we draw into that, I mean, now we're great because they just, yeah, it balanced. Things balanced. The universe is balanced. Team Rocket Grunt, like, I just don't like it. It's just misty for me. It's really annoying to have a game plan and then just have that card just completely automatically win, which it does, like. But to be fair, I could have played around it. I could have definitely played around it better. Okay, we did find the Necrozma. So this approach was good because if they found Magnezone, they knock us out. I bring in Melmetal and I Lusamine, preparing this guy, and then I hit that. And then Sabrina is essentially an automatic win. That, ladies and gentlemen, was the strategy. And yeah, I'm rambling here, and I'm making this person wait. Oh, we got him! Ah, Team Rocket Grunt tilted me off the face of the planet. But I could have played around it. Like, if you think about it, there's no real reason to develop the... I mean, there is a reason to kind of, like, spread out your energy. But to be honest, like, that turn, just place the energy on Melmetal and go for the Amass. And then, you know, I just take into account stuff like Sabrina and such to be able to pivot right out and the likes. But it's one of those cases where I think I'm just overthinking, clearly. And, you know, don't do that. Like, play around, like, people do play that card, and just play around it. Like I said, like, the games today were, I think they were all right. But I just got a lot of non-games. I got a lot of games that just on turn 2, turn 3, like, they were conceding. And I just don't think that makes for great content. So hopefully I got enough of a good sample here. The deck, you know, has weaknesses for sure. Melmetal is not top tier now by any means, but it's definitely a lot more playable than it used to be because now we're able to amass while being protected behind it. I do think Memory Light ultimately is one of those cards that just felt a lot more impactful. Get it? Because heavy. It's a lot more impactful than kill me. Than we all anticipated it to be. Like, I got really excited when I saw the card, but then when I actually sat down and analyzed it, and you know, there's a reason why I didn't really lead off with videos with it, right? Other channels did, because it's a card that's very exciting from a deck building perspective. But everything that I just came up with is just like even like the best synergies like this one are pretty cool and they're fun, but the card is just nowhere near as good. Like, it seemed a lot better on paper than it is in practice. That's the reality. Like, I think the card with Gengar EX is absolute trash. Like, I think that combination is just copium, for example. Like you're really playing a tool just to be able to deal 20 or 30 damage with your Gengar. Like, I don't know, man. I think Gengar needs other things going on for it. And there's a lot of benefits to equipping other tools on him that actually do more. So, yeah, I think Memory Light may be a lot better when more cards are released and there's some sort of like basic stage 1 combination that just pops off with Memory Light for some reason. But right now we just are able to make them a little bit more useful. But I think this kind of Pokemon, this and, you know, Pokemon like Tyranitar, like I showcased, are the biggest winners of that. And I think Tyranitar is a better case than Melmetal personally through experience, which is kind of like why I let off with it. And holy yapping. I like talking about cards and stuff. So, sorry for the lack of consistent uploads this past week. I know I've missed a lot of them. I'm just working really hard on this side project that I have, and it's things are getting into motion, and it's just I've just been really into that. But I will keep the content flowing, and I'm gonna do. I did take some time. I prepared some spicy cooks. This is actually the least spicy of what I got for these next few days. And I'm gonna record those too. So we're gonna get back-to-back uploads. I'm not gonna completely abandon here. And I appreciate you guys watching the videos regardless. Love you. Have a soul day. Thank you for watching. And I'll stop talking. I'll see you all tomorrow.